Guys, get ready for another big chill to start off next week. We have temperatures starting off in the mid-40s.
Kelly talked about the chill, and we expect those cooler temperatures, and pretty soon we'll witness nature change before our very eyes.
Yeah, a clear indication that fall is really here, finally. Rick Jackson is here, and he is looking out for you.
Yeah, you know, while those temperatures are dropping and the leaves change color outside, a lot of us may want to make a few changes of our own inside our homes. Yeah. Well, this season you have Halloween, you have Thanksgiving, meaning you may have a few guests over. You want to make a good impression, right? In this week's Family First, we explore some decor.
As Mother Nature does her magic outside for the autumn season, it's up to you to get it done inside. Transforming your home into the essence of fall can be more comfortable for not only your family, but others who cross your threshold. Lucky for you, making major changes to your original arrangements is...
And again, you know, Christmas is right after Thanksgiving, so don't throw away all of your decorations. Keep some of those things to be recycled, like your reds and your browns. Just mix in a little green. Oh, silver, off-white.
No pumpkins, though, after.
For Christmas, could you please get me those owl plates? Very cute.
I think I can do that. I'm going to start saving up for them.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you.
Kaylee?
All right, it's time to head out to the roadways. Let's go ahead.
The all-important swing states are being targeted by one political party out of Alabama. The strategy taking effect and the planned outcome.
Ooh, and a scary-looking house grabs the attention of city officials. Why they are so scared, or as I like to say, scared. They're taking some action. As we had a break this morning, a live look at home.
HD.
Welcome back into Wake Up. Time now, 5:12. Mitt Romney and President Obama will take the stage tonight in Denver for the first presidential debate.
The topics will focus on domestic policies, and you can expect to hear a lot of questions about the economy, health care, and the role of government. Both men spent Tuesday preparing for the debate. Romney is already in Denver, while the president has spent the past couple of days preparing in Nevada. There will be 6 segments, 15 minutes each, and the first 3 are devoted entirely to the economy.
I want to repeal Obamacare and replace it with something that'll get the cost under control.
How they can justify raising taxes in the middle class has been buried the last 4 years.
Exactly how Romney would replace the president's health care plan could be part of the 4th segment, which is devoted to health care. The final 2 segments will cover the role of government and governing.
Well, there's been a big announcement by the Alabama Republican Party. It could have an effect on the presidential election. The party is organizing efforts to deploy Alabamians to swing states. The hope is to sway undecided voters to vote for Mitt Romney. Republican Party Chairman Bill Armistead feels confident Romney will win Alabama. The effort is to focus on states which might go either way.
There are 3 southern states that voted for Obama last time, Florida, Virginia, North Carolina. We simply can't win the race if we can't take those 3 states, and they're really very close now. So what we're doing is deploying folks from Alabama to go to these 3 border-ground states.
Alabama Republican Party leaders will also canvass door-to-door in Ohio as well.
Well, Halloween is getting into full swing, and so are the decorations. Check out this festive house in Clifton, New Jersey. The owner is a dentist who also runs his office inside his home. The haunted house draws in hundreds of people every year. The popularity of the attraction is prompting city leaders to warn people about parking on the street. Clifton officials say they are just trying to make sure children don't get hurt.
That's a frightening dentist office. A boat captain from South Georgia has quite a fish tale to tell. While he and others were fishing about 30 miles off the coast of Florida, he got to touch a whale shark.
We experienced something that, as Brad said there on that video, incredible. It's simply amazing. And I hope to have many more experiences like this, because this is phenomenal.
The boat captain says the 25-foot whale shark hung around for about an hour and even nudged his boat. Ma'am, a trend that's moving in the right direction. New numbers show 9 out of 10 high school teens did not drink and drive last year. The Centers for Disease Control says there's been a 54% decrease in teen drinking and driving since 1991. But researchers are quick to point out that nearly 1 million teenagers still drink, then get behind the wheel every year. putting themselves and innocent others at risk. Measles, mumps, even the flu, just a few of the ailments that may come to mind when you think about vaccines.
And now a new therapeutic vaccine, 15 years in the making, could make cancer kill itself. Very interesting. CBS 42's Shanacy Myers has the story.
Cancer flies under the immune system's radar. And many
it's going to pass through. We're going to see more clouds, an isolated storm. But the big difference, guys, will be the temperatures.
And speaking of those temps, with the return of cooler temperatures, we'll pretty soon be witnessing nature change before our very eyes.
A clear indication that fall is really here and finally here. Rick Jackson is here looking out for you.
Well, as Mother Nature does her magic outside this fall season, it's up to you to get it done inside. Transforming your home into the very essence of autumn can be more comfortable for not only your family, but for everyone who crosses your threshold. Lucky for you, making major changes to your original arrangements in your home is not really required. It's quite fine to have that neutral base, just as long as you make it pop. Perhaps throw a nice pillow or cloth or throw on into the mix. Bring in patterns and colors. Red, orange, yellow, and brown are all good for this season. Manager and designer Melanie O'Keefe, I should say, with Harmony Landing and Home would suggest going for a more relaxed look and stay away from being so formal.
The trend is away from formal. Even people my age are coming in wanting to get rid of the formal because they just want comfort and they want it to look nice.
Floral arrangements can really do the trick for your kitchen. Try the dried flowers instead of the plastic ones, and don't count out the wonders of holiday scented candles and sprays. You know, a nice harvest aroma is a pleasant invitation to company. And if you choose, sprinkle a few Halloween items here and there. Just remember, don't overdo it. You want to mix it up too much. Keep it simple and everything in proportion, guys.
I knew Rick smelled good for a reason this morning.
Yeah.
Sure. Refreshing. Well, it does get everyone more into the harvest season, of course, when the nice decorations grace the home.
Yeah, those fancy schmancy decorations, they're always nice, but Rick, I also like those sentimental items that have that, you know, that personal touch to them.
Fancy schmancy. Yeah, but you know what? You're right, Brooke. Nothing is more precious than hanging up your artwork from your children or perhaps another family member, and it looks really good in the house as well. And do a little decoration projects as a family. That's the best part of it. An easy one to do is just fill glass jars with perhaps candy corn or some kind of fall colored items and set it up in your mantle or on your coffee table and have something fun to look at. Perhaps if it's edible, have at it. I'm Rick Jackson and I'm looking out for you.
The Obama campaign says Ryan took Mr. Biden's comments out of context. In Washington for CBS 42's Wake Up Alabama, I'm Susan McGinnis.
Debates have played a significant role in past elections, like JFK's victory in 1960 and Ronald Reagan's in 1980. But some observers say those are the exception, not the rule.
Even some of the cases where there's some big zapper or gotcha moment, generally they don't have a big influence. But you know, the tension is building, and a lot of people think this might, and we'll see.
Dr. Shepard says Romney will probably try to humanize himself and explain his policies, while President Obama will most likely play up his successes while in office.
September sales figures for General Motors and Ford weren't as good as expected. GM only increased sales by 1.5% from last year, while Ford sales slipped by 0.1%. However, it's not all bad news. Some analysts are forecasting car sales in the U.S. could soon reach the highest level since early 2008. That's because some car buyers have gone longer than normal with their current cars and are finding it easier to get new car loans. Let's believe that the nation's housing recovery is finally here.
That's according to a CNN Money survey of economists. Most of those surveyed show home prices are already on the rise or will head in that direction later this year. Several factors have economists leaning towards this conclusion, including 3 straight months of increases in the S&P Home Price Index, a pickup in home sales, and a jump in new home sales prices. Well, it was a mixed finish on Wall Street Tuesday. Investors weighed positive U.S. economic news against ongoing concerns about Europe. The Dow Jones lost 32 points. The NASDAQ gained 6. The Standard & Poor's added just over a point.
Well, Samsung is free to sell its Galaxy 10.1 tablet computer in the U.S. A judge has lifted a ban on sales of the product after a jury found that the Galaxy 10.1 did not illegally use technology developed by Apple for its iPhones and iPads. The jury did, however, find that many of Samsung's other products did infringe on Apple's patents and ordered the South Korean company to pay Apple $1 billion. Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining.
We'll see right along the Alabama and Mississippi border some heavier amounts of rainfall there, otherwise drying up for the weekend.
Thank you, Kaylee. Well, right now we're monitoring the Gulf Coast as Hurricane Isaac made landfall last night, continues to churn. To get a better idea of how our state is handling the situation, we are joined by phone with State EMA Director Art Faulkner. Good morning, Director Faulkner.
Good morning, Stephen.
Well, can you give us an update, a picture of how Isaac has been affecting the Alabama coast?
Well, you know, what I would say this morning, if there's anyone in the state of Alabama that says we haven't been affected, they need to talk to someone down on the Gulf Coast, down in southern Mobile and Baldwin counties, because they have really been being hammered last night from this storm. As Kelly just said, it stalled. Hopefully this thing will speed up and get on out of here, and we'll escape with just minimal effects.
That is good news, obviously, for our state, but obviously to the west of us, they're being impacted a little more. What will our state's EMA do to be helping our neighbors as far as maybe offering resources?
Our threat diminished today to be ready to offer assistance to our neighbor states, just as we did in Hurricane Katrina, where we sent many first responders and National Guards over to those citizens over there to help get them out of harm's way and to assist them. So.
All right, appreciate it. State EMA Director Art Faulkner, we appreciate your time this morning. We'll, of course, be watching this as the system continues to move inland. All right, Kaylee.
Thank you.
Hours after the storm first hit, people were waiting for the green light to head back out to the beach.
CBS 42 meteorologist Ted McInerney joins us from Gulf Shores with more.
Conditions here in Gulf Shores are pretty bad. We have Isaac dumping inches of rain here, as well as tropical storm force winds. Some of the signs here are basically about ready to fall over. That's why it's been too dangerous for so many to stay here. That's why they're staying in hotels just across the bridge.
Hopefully I can find out when I can go back to my condo.
To see if things would be better and passable, but it's way too difficult. The water's over the roads, and it doesn't look very promising for the rest of our week.
We met one man and his family that came in from Louisiana. Some of the hotel managers we spoke to say they're pretty full, and it's mostly people here in Gulf Shores waiting to get back later today, they hope. And some of the police officers I just talked to at the barricade say they expect that later today. We're in Gulf Shores, Alabama. For Wake Up Alabama, Ted McInerney, CBS 42 News.
Welcome back into Wake Up Alabama. You may have heard the kiddos talking about what all is going on at the McWane Science Center these days, and there is certainly a lot. One exhibit getting a whole bunch of attention is Dora and Diego. Our good friend from the McWane Science Center, Lila Goodwin, she joins us now to talk about why you should bring your children to meet them. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Well, I heard personally from Dora and Diego, they love Birmingham.
They do.
So they wanted to come back and hang out. So tell us all about Dora and Diego.
Okay, well, as you know, we have our Dora and Diego Let's Explore exhibit, which has been open all summer. It's been so popular. And this weekend, we are going to have the characters there. So Dora and Diego themselves will be there Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Very cool, because you may remember a few weeks ago, you guys had Dora and Diego, but that was a special event. You had to purchase extra tickets for that. There was an upcharge, but this time, it's included in the cost of admission.
It is. It's going to be during the day. They'll be there at 11, 1, and 3. So everyone should come out and bring their cameras, get a picture with them, get to meet them, and then they can play in the exhibit.
Well, for folks who are having a staycation because of Hurricane Isaac, this is going to be a great option to get the kids out of the house to do something fun for the whole family.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure parents are wondering what they're going to do now with this weather, and this is definitely a great option. And you have 3 days to choose from, so whatever works for you.
The exhibit itself is really cool. I mean, it's great for kids of all ages. Even my 6-month-old really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we've realized that it really is popular with people of all ages, and you know, even if you're not a Dora fan, kids are really enjoying it, and they're getting to know Dora, and they're learning a lot. and it's a great opportunity for parents to learn with their kids.
Always educational and a whole lot of fun. Well, give us the information one more time if people would like to learn more.
Yes, okay, it's September 1st through 3rd, so this weekend. You can always go to mcwayne.org to learn more. All the information is there.
All right, Lila, thank you so much as always for joining us. We appreciate it. Now over to Kaylee.